Hello YouTube, and welcome to my 2016 Joystick and HOTAS Buyer's Guide video for this holiday season. Now it's important to note that I take a look at the mass market available joysticks and HOTAS solutions, meaning it needs to be sold through Amazon or another big name online retailer. I'm excluding the more expensive hobbyist and enthusiast equipment that's available out there. So first up on the budget end of the spectrum is the Logitech Extreme 3D Pro. You should be able to find this for around $20 to $25. If you find it for more than that, I would not recommend at above $30. However, this is a very good entry-level joystick. Now, it's not going to have the durability of some more expensive models, but I am still using mine that I bought in 2011 or 2012, 3, 4, 5 years later, with my MacBook Pro upstairs when I play Elite Dangerous on my Mac, while watching TV with the wife on the couch. So at $20 to $25, and you're looking for a basic entry-level stick, this is one that is hard to beat. Next up is the T16000M, and this is my pick for the budget joystick of choice at $50 or under. It is the most accurate and precise stick, and frankly, overall, probably my favorite overall pure joystick for the money. Now, they did receive a little bit of an update. This is the old style here, and then you'll see one with orange trim here in a second, and that's the update for 2016. You can work with either or, both at the same time. I certainly have. I have my classic one configured for left-hand use, and the orange one configured for right-hand use. So if I'm playing a game like Elite Dangerous and wanting to do dual stick, I can certainly do that with this setup for roughly about $100, a little bit less than what a HOTAS will cost you for space games. Or let's just say I want to fly an Airbus airliner in FSX and want to simulate the left side stick. I can do that with my classic T16000M. This is by far my pick for best overall joystick for the money, and if you're looking for a budget solution, you can't go wrong with this stick. Next up is the VKB Gladiator, which can be had from Amazon.com for $100. This is kind of one of the new entries in the market, and I don't consider this to be a budget joystick at $100, just for the stick itself. But mechanically, it is absolutely fantastic. The buttons, the feel of it. I've not gotten a chance to do a full review of it, but this is also a stick that's aimed more at World War I, World War II flight simulators like War Thunder or IL-2, Rise of Flight. When modern jet sims, it's lacking a few features that I think would be ideal, but it can also be used with general aviation sims like FSX and things of that nature. It can also be used for the World War II aircraft and DCS as well. But if you're looking for a stick that's really very good for modern jet fighter sims, you may want to shy away from this. But if you're looking for a very good solid joystick that's a little bit more pricey, you can't go wrong with the VKB Gladiator. So let's move on to HOTAS solutions, and we have a new one at the budget end of the spectrum this year, and it is my recommendation, and that is the Thrustmaster T16000 FCS or Flight Control System. Now, for $130, you get the stick and the throttle. Throttle has a rocker switch on it, so if you're wanting to upgrade from, say, an older X45 from SciTech, or you've gotten used to that with the T.Flight X HOTAS and looking for something a little bit better, this certainly has it. And then the joystick also has twist on it. But if you want rudder pedals for an additional $90, you can also include the T.Flight X, or the T.Flight Rudder Pedals, rather. And it will also work with the T.Flight X as well as with the Warthog. All of this takes the target software, which is probably second only to CH Control Manager. And overall, this is going to be your ideal setup, as it works very well for space games, with the throttle having its own kind of analog mini disc, stick disc type thing on there, much like the CH Pro throttle. And the throttle can be purchased separately for about $70 instead of part of the HOTAS at $130. I think this is an overall very good solution, even if you throw in the rudder pedals at an extra $90 if you want that. But if you don't, you have two other alternative options with the rocker and the twist for yaw. Next up, on the higher end of the HOTAS spectrum, I'm still recommending CH products. Out of all of these products that I own, this is what I use most of the time. In fact, in about 3 years of owning my current CH setup, I've logged over 2,500 hours worth of use with them, and they've held up remarkably well. Now, Unlike the HOTAS in the box, you have to buy 3 separate components, the Pro Throttle, and this is the Fighterstick, which is what I own. But if you want to save a few dollars, you could also substitute in the CH Combat Stick. You give up a couple of hats for single action buttons. Some people prefer that. I do not recommend the Flight Stick Pro, however. Since the sticks do not have twist and the rudders don't have yaw, the throttle doesn't have yaw, you'll need rudder pedals to complete the set. It's going to run you somewhere between $320 and $360, depending on exactly which stick, combat stick versus fighter stick, and whether or not you can get a deal here or there on things. But overall, this is still my pick for the HOTAS solution that I found as the best overall option. And the fact that I've used it over 2,500 years in the past couple of years should tell you that, I believe in these products. Now, it is important to note that they no longer sell replacement parts on their website, which is kind of unfortunate, which is something that they used to do. So you could repair these after a couple of years if you needed to replace a potentiometer. But they're still very good industrial-grade potentiometers, and you can go to websites like DigiKey and get replacements if and when you would require them. Now, as an alternative to people in Europe and other markets, I will suggest the Thrustmaster Warthog, especially now that they have their own rudder pedals, but with a little bit of a caveat here. I only recommend the Thrustmaster Warthog if and when you can find it on sale for between $350 and $400. So watch out for Newegg, Amazon, and other sites like that during flash sales and Cyber Monday sales coming up here in this holiday season. Now, they also have the Thrustmaster T.Flight Rudder Pedals, as I discussed when the T16000M or the T16000 FCS. You can buy these separately for $90, but sometimes they include them in the bundle with the Warthog. And now that Thrustmaster has their own rudder pedals out to complete the set, because like the CH gear, the Warthog does not have twist on the stick nor a rocker switch on the throttle. So these are kind of my picks for the high-end HOTASes. Now, do not buy anything from Cytec, or I should say now, Cytec, Logitech, Cytec. They just were acquired by Logitech in the last few weeks. They had been part of Mad Catz, and as such, they're going to have some production and supply problems with replacement parts. These have already been reported by several people that have needed to RMA X56s, and Logitech is kind of in that process of integrating Cytec into their other holdings. And it likely won't be until sometime later in 2017 that they'll have those problems sorted. Now, this product does suffer its quality control issues that its predecessor, the X55, due to probably the way that Mad Catz runs things or ran things. Hopefully that improves under Logitech, but we won't know until next year. So hopefully a few of you find this video to be useful. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and stay tuned as I will continue to give you gear reviews in 2017. Until then, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and have a Happy New Year.